Which way would you go if you had the choice of a 63 split window Restomod or a new C8 Corvette? Hey, Kurt Curtis coming at you from the Full Octane Garage, and today we're going to talk about decisions and priorities, and we have some decisions to make. We've been looking at the C8 Corvette and talking a whole lot about the C8 Corvette, and it's really, really cool, and we've actually gotten to see it in person finally. It wasn't as exciting as I originally had thought, but still, it's a very, very cool car, and it's on the top of one of my lists. Now, here's where decisions and priorities come into play. You can only have so many toys, or at least I can only have so many toys, and there's not an unlimited budget. So you have to make decisions and priorities based on which toys are most important to you. So today's dilemma is making a choice. Do I go out and get a C8 Corvette, or do I finish out my 63 split window Restomod project? The 63 Restomod project is going to be kind of the best of both worlds. It's not going to be mid-engine, but it is going to have a 430 horsepower LS3 crate motor. It is going to have all modern Corvette suspension with coilovers. It's going to have power rack and pinion steering. It's going to have air conditioning. It's going to have some wide meats on it. And it's going to look really, really cool with a 63 split window body on this chassis. So the dilemma is, if you had the choice, what would you choose? Would you choose to do a new C8 Corvette, which we have some pictures floating in the background on, or would you choose to build a 63 split window Restomod with that same amount of money? It's really, we're looking at very similar money. This one will probably be a little bit more money doing it as a self-build than it would be purchasing a new C8 Corvette. But in its current state, they're very comparably priced from a value standpoint. So the decision is the new C8 Corvette, do a Z51 with a few options, probably running about $90,000 price tag, or do we just continue our 63 split window project, which at the end of the day is probably going to be in the $110,000 range. But the beauty of this project is we may only have $110,000 invested in it, but the actual value will probably be near $200,000, where if you get the C8 Corvette, roll it off the lot at $90,000, immediately that day you're at $85,000. So you've already lost $5,000 to $10,000 just driving it off the lot, where if I complete this car out, it's going to be an increase in $90,000, so I'll be doubling my value. Yeah, I'll finish this eventually, but again, it comes to priorities and not having an unlimited budget. So the decision really comes to play: do I make the additional investment in this, or do I just let the project go, which I doubt that I'll do, or do I just go ahead and hold out and get a C8 Corvette and put this one on the back burner for another 4 years? So I think it's going to be a really, really hard decision. Again, decisions and priorities are always challenging. I'm really, really excited about this project, but I'm also really, really excited about a C8 Corvette. So what would you do if you had the option of doing a very, very cool 63 split window Restomod car, or doing a C8 Corvette brand new off the factory floor? Timing wise, they're going to be about the same. If I order one right now, if I order a C8 Corvette right now, I'm probably not going to see that car until March, April, May, maybe even mid-summer next year. If I get to work on this project, which is really down to the body work, I mean, the chassis, as you can see, is a complete chassis now. if I get down to the body work, I could probably have this done in about 3 to 4 months, so maybe by year end 2019, so top of 2020, this could be on the road. So I would actually get my gratification a little bit sooner. I would have spent a little bit more money if you look at the overall package by having this, but at the end of the day, my investment would be significantly higher. It's really making me lean towards finishing the 63 split window and holding out for a later car like a Z06 or maybe even a convertible in a C8 Corvette. So, would love to hear your thoughts on which way would you go if you had the choice of a 63 split window Restomod or a new C8 Corvette. Decisions, decisions, decisions. We have decisions to make based on our priorities. So, again, this has been an interesting dilemma, and I look forward to a lot of dialogue and hearing about why you would go one way or the other. So let's hear some comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and come back often to visit what we're doing in the Full Octane Garage, because we're having a lot of full octane fun.